Okay, only what this video. The network can share button. Father Angelo Shedu Nebu further clarified the reason why Ojuwese that the Catholic Church should dialogue with Evangelist Ebukobi. Then Owese, why I believe the church should enter into dialogue with the Zion ministry. Also, anyone who knows me knows my stance on groups like the Zion ministry. I don't hide it, and I will never will. And I never will. Also, the Catholic Archdiocese of Lagos, I learned, has banned them from the celebration and administering of sacrament. The Catholic Archdiocese of Owerri, where they are currently building a strong base, continues to ignore them. Many priests and other concerned Catholics through Christians have criticized most of their actions. The irony, however, is that, pay attention, is that the more these actions occur, the larger their numbers grow. And you know what? The majority of them are Catholics. I spoke to a priest yesterday who told me that 7 members of his family attended the just concluded gathering in Ngopala, and that everything he did to stop them was unsuccessful. This matter goes beyond Ebukobi, his style of ministry, and his utterances, which we have condemned on numerous occasions. We are talking about a movement that includes our own brothers and sisters who would rather die than stop following it. If you are not worried, I am. I don't see it as a sign of weakness for the church to enter into dialogue with the leadership of Zion ministry, not with the intention of usurping its leadership, but to provide directions and guidance to a movement made up of its own sons and daughters. Such a gesture, if successful, would not be a sign of weakness, but rather an expression of care, love, humility, peace, and a desire for progress. When the church initiated ecumenical and inter-religious dialogue during the Second Vatican Council, many conservative Catholics, such as the French Archbishop Lefebvre and many others, sharply criticized the church for its compromise on the faith. But the actions of the church was not a sign of weakness. Rather, the church has shown that it has learned from history, especially its own. It has evolved. In the 11th century, questions of papal authority and theological debate about the Holy Spirit, which could have been resolved amicably, led to schism, the first schism in the church, which to this day separate Catholics from the Orthodox Church. Another major schism occurred in the 16th century with Martin with the yes also yes it occurred in the 16th century with Martin Luther. What could have been resolved with simple dialogue led to schism and conflict. In many parts of Europe, the schism caused by Luther led to armed conflict that lasted 30 years. They began in Germany and later spread to France, Spain, Sweden, Denmark, and the Netherlands. In the end, around 8 million people lost their lives. 5 centuries earlier, Pope Urban II had initiated the crusade to recapture Jerusalem from the Muslims. This claimed millions of lives on both sides. Human lives were simply wasted for no reasons. As a result of this and other events, the church began to place more emphasis on dialogue than on conflict, and the peace than naga. In matter of religious tension, we should remember who we are. Africans, our ancestors never engaged in religious ogo. In religious ogo, yes, yes, as true sons and daughters of Africa, especially as Igbo, we should use our common sense to resolve any religious tension that might lead to conflict in a timely manner. We already have enough. If the Zion ministry had been founded as that of the Lord's choosing charismatic revival ministries by Pastor Lazarus Mwoka, no one would have been bothered. Mwoka left the Catholic Church and founded his own. Those who joined him knew they were joining a non-Catholic church. But in Zion ministry, most members are Catholics who believe they are following a man who promotes their Catholic faith. The dialogue, if successful, would help in cutting the excesses of the ministry. It will unite us Ndigbo the more. If this issue of Zion ministry is not adequately addressed now, it may eventually be too late. Prevention is better than cure. I rest my case. What I go? I rest my case. So, several broadcast about this. I said it, that on the day Evangelist Bukobi will decide to leave the Catholic Church, it will be like a tsunami. Yes. Because the numbers on our control now, is far more bigger than anybody can imagine. So, Father Angelo, the one who is one of the major people may oppose Zion ministry, has joined in seeking for dialogue with reason, because what happened in Ngobala, Wolona as a Catholic member, we are family members disobey with their brother priest just to be in Zion, and you think that it is a joke. Every reverend sisters and reverend fathers, despite the way and manner the churches are there against them, and you are thinking that it is a joke. You even go on comparison with other people just because you think you are not going to go be na ako. One day, the time is now. The time is now. Apugo result and don't you go answer. And it is now clear that all the criticism against Zion ministry has never even stopped that ministry from growing. Rather, the criticism may mean that more people are becoming more interested in knowing what is going on there. And the moment they step their foot there, or the moment they join that movement, nobody has ever joined that movement. Withdraw back. I've never seen anybody. So the Catholic Church should have a rethink now. It is good now that Father Angela Shopta go nefa aburifa ya anota nogo. Ekugonya bobo ya anota we nogo. When they say go be na control more numbers than even the bishop of a diocese. Which of it don't you understand? Onye nke no n'Enugu already bishop had that control with the numbers on Enugu. Onye nke ma no millions of people scattered all over the world came on your control like that. So, the more influential than the bishop of a diocese. Don't you think that the Catholic Church should rather tread with caution? Evangelist go bia duka ko tuto tolu na mpamu. Iya maki yesi we gbawe. Maka epia ye peta he gbawa mkpuru ife. ọgwa na people ha ọfụma otutu ahụ ụmụ ife ọ ya eme share this video achọ ike ịkọ ọnụ adịghị ma akwa anyị aha akwa eji aka ọnụ share this video more people will join this movement, more people will see reasons. Already many people that has been talking lose go their voice, they are beginning to understand the neighbor and eche ke egudo ọka bụkwa ezugo. Share this video.